More market malaise. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Forex Technical Market Update. And what we see happening in the markets is kind of more of the same, and it's quite often we see that the markets get into this rhythm and get into this pattern of not really doing much. Taking a look at the euro, we are down slightly on the day. The market is testing the broken trend line drawn off of the mid-December high, and also the high of mid-June. But nothing really much else is happening in the euro dollar at this point in time. Taking remember, look on these two trend lines, and we see that there is an inner trend line and a outer trend line. The inner trend line has been broken, as you can see here. It has been broken. The market is testing this trend line as we speak. But the outer line, as you can see here, the market is still in this outer consolidation pattern. So for the bulls in the euro, one thing is down, and the other obstacle remains this consolidation pattern here. Now, just because the market is not really doing much, that does not mean you should not be doing anything, because you, as a trader seeking out seeking out profits in the markets, this is exactly the time you should be preparing yourself for the next major move in the markets. And if you're a position trader or you're a swing trader, this is the time that you'll be doing the most of your analysis and seeing what opportunities are out there in the markets. Because what happens sometimes when the market breaks out, it starts to move very quickly, and it's sometimes traders find it difficult getting aboard when the markets are moving swiftly. So don't let the markets fool you. Do not fall into the trap of the mainstream or the average trader out there. This is definitely the time that you should be paying keen attention to the markets and preparing yourself for the next big move. Now, taking a look at the Japanese yen, not really much is happening today. The market was up slightly and came back down, but still positive on the day. The US dollar, Japanese yen, very tight range so far. And take a look at the Japanese yen. Let me just remove this trend line. Look at the last 4 weeks candlesticks, dojis. So this market is not moving that much, as you can see. Not really moving that much. It has a slight tilt to the upside, but the market is it's just in a range of just malaise, really. Nothing much is happening in the Japanese yen. And I believe the Japanese yen, this USD Japanese yen pair, is watching what's happening with the stock market, and because we are in a consolidation pattern here with the stock market. This is a chart. Actually, let me bring up the S&P 500. The chart of the S&P 500. And as you can see, we're in a consolidation pattern. And I suspect any break to the downside in this pattern will be fairly bearish for the markets. And we could see a sell-off into the 1950 or the 1900 level. And this if history was to repeat itself, this could lead the USD Japanese yen to declining. So although the USD Japanese yen is currently in an uptrend, we always have to be cognizant of the fact that this trend could reverse and position our portfolio accordingly. Another market that is in a consolidation. This is really consolidation city. British pound. We see that the market, let's look on the weekly bars. We see that the market for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks has just been down, up, down, up, down, up. Not much is happening here in the British pound. And one thing to note with the British pound is that when this market breaks out, it tends to move very quickly because the British pound does tend to trend very well. So just keep that in mind with the British pound. And in terms of which direction the market will break out, whichever direction it breaks out, your system should be able to capture the break, and you should position yourself accordingly. So essentially, and there are traders that I speak to that are very emotional about which direction a currency goes. I personally don't really care where it goes, because if it goes up, I would have strategies to take advantage of that move. And if the market starts to trend to the downside, then we'll have strategies to take advantage of that move also. But when the market is moving sideways like this, our portfolio also remains sideways, and our portfolio is not really doing much when a market is moving sideways. Okay, taking a look at the gold market, we did have some movement yesterday to the upside, and the market is currently seeing some sales back down to this 111 region, or 1116 region, sorry, in the gold market. So essentially that's what's happening in the markets. We are in the middle of August, and summer is definitely here. And what a consolidation, just to summarize, what a consolidation tells me is that the market will break soon, and when it breaks, the break will be pretty violent, and you could see some very nice trending markets when it does break. So keep that in mind and keep your powder dry to take advantage of these moves. Thank you very much for listening. If you like to actually trade the signals in your trading account that we are speaking about, and ensure that you do not miss these moves, click on the link below this video to get started and to get more information. Thank you very much for listening, and have a good day.